Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Red Devils Talk. Be your host, Session, and we'll review our comeback win against Nottingham Forest 3-2. But we'll mostly be speaking about the transfer news. The last week of the transfer window starts today, started yesterday already, if you want to look at it that way. And there's quite a bit of news to get through with regards to Manchester United transfers, incomings, outgoings, all that. And we'll speak about that in today's video. But before we get into it, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, please. Drop a like, hit the notification bell. As I always talk, all things Manchester United. Join the community. I do appreciate your support. So, we won 3-2. And although the result looks good, we didn't start that game quite well. We all saw the calamitous, horrendous start that we had. 2-0 down in the first 5 minutes. Who would have guessed that? Who would have predicted that? None of us. I don't even think the greatest scriptwriters, if there are any, would have wanted to script it like that. But they did. And we stayed calm. We stuck to the task. We carried ourselves through the game, managed to dominate the ball, and we eventually won the game. We had chances before scoring our opening goal. We had chances before equalizing. And we had chances before getting the penalty that, in my opinion, is a penalty. A lot of outrage of people saying it's not, but it's normal for us to have to listen to people that say it's not a penalty when we can see that it clearly is. But nevertheless, the performance itself, it is a positive on the one hand, but a negative in the very beginning. How did we find ourselves defending that bad? Our corner, and literally 90% of our team is in Nottingham Forest's box, and Rashford and Martinez find themselves as the last men. Rashford loses out, and Awoni has an entire half to run at Onana. Now, you can say Onana should have come out, he should have done better, but in that particular situation, it's not as easy to make a split-second decision. Now, some would say the gear would have saved that. Some would say that he would have come out. Either way, he should not have had that much space. There should have at least been enough people at the back to defend better. But you take it, you concede, you then remain calm. And that's what we did. But seconds after that, we concede again. Flat foot defending in the box, and Willy Bolly gets a header in. Stunned. That's literally what we were. I think everybody was so shocked and confused as to what is happening. Now at that moment, you probably want to put off. You probably want to think to yourself, you know what? Not again. Not another bad performance. But credit to the team. Credit to Bruno Fernandes, our Portuguese Magnifico, our captain, that drove the team forward. He kept them calm, kept them composed. We kept our emotions intact, and we kept playing our game. As Ten Hag said after the game, we stuck to the plan. We done what we were expected to do, and we won. We created the chances and remained steadfast in what our plan was to go out there and get the win. Now, against bigger teams, we give them a 2-0 lead. We won't be able to come back. And if we do, fantastic. But it won't be as simple as just getting a team to park the bus and we attack them relentlessly. And there was a good 10 minutes where we attacked them relentlessly. We couldn't score at that time, but we were attacking consistently. But what happened after the penalty, which was another concern for me, is the fact that we went into our shell. We dropped back. We started defending once again very, very crazily. And we nearly conceded again. We could have easily drawn that game, if not lost it. So we need to find that balance where we control the game from beginning to end, where we find ourselves in a position to do well, not just on the ball, but off the ball. And Varane coming off in the second half, that is perhaps an injury concern. We're playing Arsenal next. I mean, you'd want to have him and Martinez starting. But Lindelof came on and did quite well. The likes of Marcus Rashford doing better off the left-hand side, where we know he can do bits. We know that Martial is not really that dependable and didn't really have a good game. I mean, he was here, he was there, but he didn't do anything to impact our forward line. He didn't look to link up the play, didn't run in behind, didn't find himself in a position to actually go and compete and create a chance or even be at the end of a chance. So maybe better fortune this Sunday against Arsenal when we have Hoyland in the team. Ten Hag confirmed that he will be part of the squad. So, all in all, a good result, a very good 3 points, but we need to start games better. We need to play better in these games and also defend better in the last moments of the game. We cannot look panic-stricken. We cannot find ourselves scrummaging around and running like headless chickens. No, I think we need to be more composed on the ball. I think we need to plant ourselves and actually dictate, command, demand the ball. So, again, good 3 points, 6 points from 3 games, a decent start. But we could have started the season better. And that is what brings me to my next point, the transfer news. So much news coming out. And I want to start first of all by Maguire, before we get to the left-back issue, the central midfield issue, and a potential centre-back replacement. So, once again, after the game, it came out that West Ham were willing to once again reopen negotiations for Maguire. And that was last night. And then this morning, it comes out via Sky Sports that Maguire still does not want to leave and wants money that is not owed to him. He's still willing to sit on the bench, hasn't played a game this season yet, but wants to sit on the bench and earn his money when there's an opportunity for him to go to West Ham and play, who are doing wonders right now. They beat Brighton yesterday. That in itself tells you exactly what type of team he could walk into. But selfish, unambitious, he does find himself in a situation where he even asked to be loaned to West Ham so that we can still pay his wages. That's ridiculous. We need you to be sold. Ten Hag doesn't want to use you. So leave. Do yourself a favor and leave. It's the Euros next year. You need to have your place in the England squad kept. And I can't stress enough that you leaving will definitely count for a much better prospect. For yourself. For us. You've held us back 2 weeks ago. And in the last week of the window, you want to do the same. Next, Mctominay. It has been reported via FC Bayern and Bild that Thomas Tuchel and Bayern Munich want Mctominay as their number 6. He's top of their list and they want to swap him with Gravenberch, both being alone either way. Now, if Bayern Munich take Mctominay for a year, it's a good potential thing for us because on the one hand, we get rid of a player that Ten Hag does not want to use and does not see fit for his system or for United. We get Gravenberch, and it is a player that Ten Hag is comfortable with, a player that Ten Hag knows, a player that is a true number 8 box-to-box and can be a huge player for us. And we'll get to speaking about Amrabat as well. But on the other hand, McTominay could be a beast for them. It's the German league. In my opinion, it's not as good as the Premier League. And with him being in a league where he's going to be in a team that does dominate that league, I'm sure that he'll do well. And if he does do well, we can put a nice price tag on him for next year when we potentially want to sell him to Bayern or any other club. So this does look like a very good deal. But will they take McTominay? We'll have to see. I, for one, feel that we can do that deal. I think we can loan McTominay out and get Gravenberch as a return loan. So one to look out for before the end of the transfer window come Friday. Next, I want to speak about our left back issue. So it has been reported that we are in for a left back. I spoke about this, and the names were Cucurella, Sergio Reguilon, and Marcus Alonso. Henry from Brentford also came out as a last minute target that I saw before I recorded this video. In my opinion, we should be going for Cucurella. I think it has been reported by Fabrizio David Ornstein that he is the number 1 target for Ten Hag to come in and play left back. But then, via managing Barca and another top Spanish outlet, it has been reported that we have offered Marcus Alonso a 2-year loan deal, whereas this year he's on loan and potentially we get to buy him at the end of the season for next season. We've already sent the offer. Really? Marcus Alonso? Of all people for left back, Marcus Alonso, a player who I know has got good crossing ability, is very good on the ball, has a very good shot on him, very good finisher when he is in and around the box, but he doesn't have pace. Defensively, he can be a liability. We saw this at Chelsea. He went to Barcelona, a good move for him in all honesty, but that's a slower league against a team or in a team that has possession, a team that will have the ball. And it's not to say that he's playing that much at Barcelona. In my opinion, I say it again, if we are going to go for a left back and we are going to get one, Cucurella has to be that option. Premier League proven. We know before he went to Chelsea, he was Brighton's best player, player of the year, player of the year. We know that he was an absolutely superstar player for them at left back. But Estupiñán is better. Brighton replaced him with someone better. Now, if we get the Cucurella that played for Brighton, we will have a very good left back. And Ten Hag surely can improve him. It might give Shaw a run for his money when he comes back in terms of competing. That depends on if we get Cucurella and if he's committed to that point to actually want to continuously start for United. Of course, it will only be a loan deal, so it's not to say that he's going to be here for the long term. But Cucurella needs to be the option we go for, not Marcos Alonso. I don't see any benefit with Marcos Alonso coming to Manchester United. I don't think that is the move we need to make. And on top of that, the goalkeeper from Turkey, Bayern Dur, is close to joining Manchester United. They're now wanting 3 goalkeepers. I don't know him. I haven't seen him play. So if he comes in as a second choice and he gets a game, fair enough. We'll have to accept that. But we know he's not going to be the number one. And if he does come in and compete with Onana, if he's that good, we'll see. But that is a goalkeeper that Ten Hag is also going to get and wanting to get. And the story with Amrabat is quite simple. Henderson has been sold to Crystal Palace, which means we have received a bit of cash from that. And Amrabat needs to be the player that we go for. If there's any midfielder we're going to go for, it has to be Amrabat. It cannot be Gravenberch only, because that's going to be a loan. Now, if we get him only, we're still going to be struggling because we need squad depth. We need depth in midfield especially. And Amrabat is what we need more than a Gravenberch. We see Casemiro takes a bit of time to get to his full match fitness and sharpness. And with Amrabat, he can get that rest, as I said, and he can definitely play alongside him and be an extremely good double pivot. The transfer week this week is going to be very crucial for us. Arsenal on Sunday, and we need to get those signings in. We need to get Maguire and Mctominay out of the door. We need to get the likes of Amrabat, Gravenberch as well, in my opinion. We need another forward, if possible. João Felix is available. Ten Hag likes him as a player. Will we go for him? I'm not too sure. But it is going to be a very, very crazy week. And if we are talking about still wanting to get players in come Wednesday, Thursday, then it might look like we're not going to get the players that Ten Hag wants, and we're not going to have a very good end to this transfer window. And that might impact the team in a negative way come the rest of the season, definitely. So, thank you for joining me in today's video. I always appreciate the support. Subscribe to the channel, please. Drop a like, hit the notification bell. Till we speak again soon, Red Devils. Bye-bye.